thruppers that killed way too early, absurdly early even. So we'll have to see if that changes this time around.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I'm very interested to see here, whether or not they play out. One, how does it being a best of 5 rather than a best of 3 affect it? And two, will we see the Ness?
Well, I have to wonder. I mean, obviously, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see this. Yep, we're gonna see Steve, or at least Alex so far. But it's Battlefield. This is where I kind of wonder. You know, having the extra platform, it could work for AppleReviewer to get even earlier Thrupper kills. But it could help Syrup as well, and I think that's the plan here, to try to use that more than AppleReviewer can.
Yeah, I can see reasonings for both these players to be okay with this stage choice. However, I cannot help but feel like this is a better stage for AppleReviewer than it is for Syrup. I mean, obviously, we've seen it many times already. Proper just kills at disgustingly early percents,
Right.
and you add a higher platform, that just means it's going to be killing even more disgustingly early. So
Yeah.
I feel like overall, this is going to weigh more in favor of AppleReviewer instead of Syrup, but we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, that's a fair assumption. I mean, I did kind of allude to it. I think it might be true, but I mean, either way, it doesn't matter if you're using the top blast zone or not. Those tech situations that are forced out by Steve on his own blocks can just lead to kills no matter where you are. And of course, the forward smash being a great finisher here for Syrup, knowing that AppleReviewer is trying to play optimally, trying to play the best he can, trying to give himself as much freedom to play the game as possible, still gets caught by these things.
Yeah, and good setup there. AppleReviewer kind of needed to slip around, didn't have a lot of options to choose from. Needs to find the stock now. He's losing a lot of ground in this first game. Just needs to find something, and that back air will be that something. Thrupper can definitely still even the game here, but you gotta be careful when you're going in.
One of the things that we mentioned in the winner's semifinal set was that the edge guards were pretty good for AppleReviewer when we're finding the get-up options. It's finding Steve before he grabs ledge that's the tough part, but once he does, you can force out the right get-up option. And so far, AppleReviewer trying to do the same thing that he had done in that previous set. This is the good damage that we need to try to even things back up.
Yeah, the other good thing that is slowly being diluted as an issue is Syrup's resources, which are almost now fully built back up. They were sitting kind of low for a little bit there, and that did give AppleReviewer a lot of time to get in and get some percent. But you can see Syrup confident enough to recraft the diamond sitting in his pocket, and now gonna walk the dog. We'll see where does this lead.
And a good follow-up back in. Let AppleReviewer think that he had the chance to go back in, that Syrup was just letting up off the gas, only for Syrup to turn back around and find another hit off stage. AppleReviewer is trying to do as much as he can to try to stop himself from getting lapped in percent, but it feels like no matter what he does, Syrup is finding every option to kind of punish, and we see a lead in with the lava block, but no follow-up. AppleReviewer parries and kind of gets out of this.
Yeah, Steve, especially with Diamond, is so hard to punish against. Has a lot of strong hitboxes and a lot of quick frame data, but a back air is going to slip in. And no resources, Steve. No Diamond either. This could be enough of an opening if you can get through those iron defenses.
Yeah, what an interesting set of traps the Syrup was planting, just kind of keeping the minecart on the blocks. Doesn't matter anyway, he follows up with the up smash, and that is, I think, his fallback. That's just his classic safety net. He needs a kill option. Well, he's going to be able to find the up smash, whether he's leading it out of an up tilt or not.
Yeah, and that was a really unfortunate way for things to end for AppleReviewer there too. I'm assuming it's going to come up in the replay here, but just in case it doesn't, I'm going to lead into it. You can see, yeah, gets the down throw and gets the up air, but because the crafting table was there, the hitbox was extended, and that actually lets Syrup break out a hit stun faster and able to punish AppleReviewer off that.
And now that he knows that, I wonder how often he will be replicating that, trying to use that as a way to force these up airs to work in his favor rather than Syrup's. Oh,
yeah, well,
perfect
already
timing.
definitely something that Syrup was counting this fuse on. Not a good start for AppleReviewer, but getting some hits in finally, gonna get at least numbers on the board, and if you can land a hit, you can take a stock.
Woo. And the shield looking mighty small, very dangerous and close to poke territory. And even then, we see another run up into the up smash. Syrup is just gonna go for it every single time once he sees AppleReviewer at like 130+%.
Yeah, especially when AppleReviewer is above Syrup, it's really hard for a punish to come through there. It's kind of a laggy move, and that's its main downside, but if you have it protecting your top, there's not a lot you can do to kind of slip into the sides in the end lag of it.
True, but even beyond that, it also has the pop-up in front of him, and that was something that really helped him there. But what's not going to help him is the DI. It feels like we haven't really learned anything, and if AppleReviewer is going to be able to get more and more of those thruppers secured, Syrup might just be dying again at early percents.
Yeah, that is going to be the saving grace for AppleReviewer. How many of those thruppers can we get, and will it be enough? A thrupper going to escape to the upper platform, going to avoid the forward smash there. Potentially missing a punish window, but also potentially not getting punished yourself. And now this is actually a really big opening for AppleReviewer. No resources on the table. If you can get the kill here while the diamond tools are down, that's going to be huge.
And forcing him to plank while he's down there, using what little resources he does have, and now building the crafting table again. He looks for a grab, and that's super punishable when whiffed. Obviously, AppleReviewer had plenty of time to charge that F smash as much as he liked.
Yeah, that's huge. The shield poke gonna come through there, but you're perfectly fine with it. Has to build up so many resources. That's an ugly trade to take, but you still manage to get back from it. Bit by bit, though, Syrup is... Yeah, Syrup is definitely building the walls back up. But again, just burns through all those resources in a second. It kind of feels like Syrup is maybe going through resources a little too fast at the moment.
I think you're right, but even then, he's still building up the resources enough that he can beat back AppleReviewer. So far, we just need to survive this. Can we keep ourselves from getting juggled? The air dodge out to platform. Gonna get AppleReviewer maybe a second chance? Nope. Okay.
Well, you get the dropper as a little extra goodbye, a parting kiss, as it were. And that's percent you take. That does put Syrup, if you land the right hits, into potential for kill percent. But are we just gonna... No! The dirt block actually saves him!
Whoa!
And AppleReviewer might be able to take it now.
Okay, climbs up the wall like he's Spider-Man or something, and all of a sudden, AppleReviewer gets himself a second lease on life. What do you do with it, though? Obviously, the diamond tools are creating a lot of pressure. He does not want to get too close for comfort. Syrup looking for the right things, but look, another punish on the grab, and we see a forward throw. It's a DI mix-up, but it almost kills.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Oh, no.
Never mind.
Way. The forward smash again. You can see a little bit of resentment on AppleReviewer's face back there. I have to know what would have happened if he up through there instead of forward throw.
I really want to see that last replay, because the way that he jumped up off of ledge, like, that's the trouble here. Like, you have this opportunity, you miss it, and then all of a sudden you gave up stage control, and look at what happens. He knew that he had to make that count, and because he didn't, it was do or die, and he died.
Yeah, it was an attempt at a ledge trump that was just too little too late, and panic ensued, and it just didn't work out.
And that is the most demoralizing continuation of this set that I could have ever imagined. Whoever wrote this script, you are the devil.
Yeah. Oh, not the GG from production in chat. That's cold. That's cold.
Oh man, if they're calling it, you know it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That is all it takes. If you believe it, it will happen.
Yeah, so much has gone so wrong so quick, and tries
just
to
like
go
that
for
doesn't.
it again.
Yeah, come on, that was
not even ready.
Oh my god, the most clinical 3-stock I could have demised. I have no idea. You just lose. Sorry, outplayed.
Yeah, I think that was AppleReviewer maybe trying to go for a kamikaze at the end there as like a fun way to end the set, because when you lose 2 stocks that fast, especially against Steve, I kind of think you can see the writing on the wall at that point, and you just go, okay, we're gonna do something funny to go out because we're not gonna win this one.
Yeah, that's like a go out, sit in your car, and like scream at your steering wheel for a little bit. That's the reaction that I would just expect, and I would totally understand. No judgment. That would tilt me off the face of the earth. And because you got 3rd place, you still at least get something. So we love it, and he'll be back next week because let's go. We love this game.
Yeah, AppleReviewer, a very positive person. But you could see some dejection after that loss. That demoralizing is absolutely the right word for it. And again, it felt like so many times in this set as well, he had the potential to take games, and it just never quite swung the right way.
I know, yeah. It felt like that last game was just it was a huge snowball. All of the things that he had been winning off of in the first set and winter semifinals, they just felt so far away. They felt so out of reach. And Syrup bared down. He just didn't have to worry about it. Once you get this gut punch at the beginning of the game, it felt like all of the wind had been taken out of AppleReviewer's sails, and he just looked for one too many options, and then spiked again. Every jump called out.
Yeah, I think that first spike is something you go, okay, that's really unfortunate, but hey, I've got my cheesy low percent kill options with Grupper. I'm good. I can do this. And then you get hit with that second spike and you go, I can't do this. I'm done. I'm going home at this point.
Yeah, that's the part where you just unplug, roll up the controller and start and be like, mentally pack up. Just mentally pack up. I'm like, all right, I've already expected how the outcome of this, and it's not gonna be good, but I'm gonna take it because I have to.